Hello friends and welcome! You are watching my Rimworld Let's Play. My name is Sean and thank you for joining me. When we left off, it was day number 211. 211, oh my gosh, it's almost 4 years now. It's crazy. Um, well, we've got all sorts of cool stuff going on, huh? Our colony is doing pretty well, I would say. Let's keep it going that way. Let's keep it going good. We're going to need to open up our new living quarters here before too long. I mean, we had it open for a while, but then we had to shut it down as our population shrunk a little bit. Oh, you know what? We might actually need to have it open now, huh? Do we have anybody that is short a bed? Or do I have beds for everybody? Jack, Mewhort, Draconic Rose, Cameron. Actually, we should just look to see Lucky Strike and Frantic. Okay, well, seems like everybody has a bed. Alright, so we can wait till we get some prisoners before we really need to start worrying about those things. Local boomalope has gone mad. That's no problem. I can handle a local boomalope in my sleep. As long as he doesn't go into a bedroom or something, because then he would burn up the bed. But aside from that, no problem. Chounds, what are you upset about, Chounds? I bet you this lunch will help. Oh, it's that psychic drone. Probably makes things unfortunate for a little while. Did we ever get additional silver? No, we didn't. Captain Flame suggested that we send a caravan out to do some trading, and that's always a possibility, but I don't think it's going to happen. Most of the stuff that we have is too heavy to send out to trade. And we'll have another one show up here soon enough, and you know what I mean, it'll be very easy to get 300 silver from whoever it is that just happens by. So we'll be patient. We're not in that much of a hurry. Most of our bionics, most of our trading just goes to buying bionics anyway, and we have a pretty strong bionic crew going on for the most part. I've completely forgotten about that boomalope. I don't think he's going to do any damage. Is that him right there? Oh, well, if so, he's gone back to being normal. And he's joined the herd. It's going around and eating in clumps. Oh, Manhunter pack. A Manhunter Boomrats. Well. You know, there was just a post on Reddit today, and I was real smug about, oh, look at that. Real smug about how easy Boomrats are. 45, the easiest way to avoid them is to just lock yourself inside, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to go to, actually, we're just going to restrict everybody to the safe area. And, look, okay, for a second there, I thought that there wasn't a door on that doorway. Let's make sure that our safe area is indeed safe, and it looks like it is. Everything looks well protected there. Good. So let's make sure that it doesn't. We can go ahead and turn the speed back on. Make sure that it doesn't have any. Oh, come on. Make sure it doesn't have any problems with the way it's just set up in general. Like I'm gonna clear this doorway out of it, because we don't really want our people going through doorways. That will attract the wrong kind of attention. Like up here, it looks like there's a doorway. Or they probably had to repair some doors or something at some point. So, alright, all looks good. You know, one thing I am going to do, just like I did this up to the north, I'm going to do that down here as well and open up this area. And then we'll build some actual walls through here instead of having these, this fake wall. And then we'll be able to cross from this side to there if it becomes necessary. It'll help make it a little easier to defend our interior wall. Not that we're like short on blocks or anything, but we're not quite as block heavy as we have been in the past. I guess I should make that a double door. And then they'll come and they'll mine that out. No problem. People are gonna run out of work to do pretty quickly with not being able to go outside the borders, I think. I don't know, we'll find out. So today I uploaded my first episode of, not War Game, what is it called? Steel Division? Normandy 44? So my first episode of Steel Division, which is the new Paradox real-time strategy war game. That game is really fun, so you know, if you want, you should check that out. If you don't, that's fine, I don't care. Oh my gosh, that file was so huge. It was like the size of 5, actually I'd say it's probably the size of 9 Rimworld files. I don't really get it. Like the Rimworld files tend to come out to be like a megabyte and a half. And then like Software Inc., those files, actually Factorio kind of notoriously had larger files. But the larger ones would be like 4 megabytes. That's for Factorio. I would say that Software Inc. has like 3 megabytes for their file size. Admittedly, those are only 30 minutes, and my the Steel Division video was almost an hour. But the Steel Division video is 15 megabytes. It's crazy how big it is. And like my the internet really throttles my upload speed, and I think it's because I'm uploading YouTube videos all the time, you know, like it's an anti-piracy thing that they do to prevent people from uploading torrents. I started uploading it at noon, and it's 6:30 right now. Okay, 6:15, and it still has like 45 minutes left. So crazy how long it's taking to upload. Very frustrating, because like when I upload this video, it'll take maybe 40 minutes. So I was hoping to get that up like early this afternoon, so it wouldn't even be too outside of my normal upload time, you know. But anyways, I shouldn't let it bother me, because like when it uploads, and there's nothing you can do about it. But it's been really irritating me all day long that this has just taken so long, and it has been like all day irritating too. It's not like just one time, like, oh, this is taking forever. Whatever, it's going to take forever. Nope, it's like every time I come to my computer, I'm like, 42%, but it was at 36% an hour ago. Cool story. Little slice of my life right there. Things that bother me. Lots of things bother me, actually. I try not to. Actually, that's not as true. Oh, hey, look at that! They're making Devil Strand clothing. I've gotten to be a lot more laid back in the last year or so. I'm trying to be, anyways. I try not to let things bother me so much. It helps that, you know, it's weird that like not really working is making me less stressful. You'd think it would make me more stressed. But I'm not like hurting financially. I'm being real, like I'm not spending any money hardly, except for the video games that I buy. But I've got you know, I've got a good amount of savings, and yeah, I'm not stressed out from not being able to find a job. I think I try not to worry about it too much, and of course I'm not looking very hard. I should be looking a lot harder. It's been more than 3 months since I've had a job, so I shouldn't just be sitting around playing video games all day. But too bad. It's not really the sort of thing I should be talking about while I'm making this video anyways. More breakdowns, and that's not really a concern. Doing fine on electricity. Doing pretty much fine across the board, I would say. Except for when it comes to mining, nobody wants to do any mining. We need more ponds, really, is all there is to it. You know, not much we can do about that. A few people have mentioned that I should make sterile tiles in here to increase the research speed, and I am not intending to do that. Room cleanliness, you know, I guess I could increase my research speed by 5% by having 105% clean room, but I would lose the benefits of these beautiful floors, and I just don't think it's really worth it. these guys get they get a benefit from having a beautiful room. Maybe or maybe not. Well, nobody's in here right now, so I can't look at what the... They get spacious interior. Yeah, so maybe they don't get a benefit from a beautiful room. But you know what they would get a benefit from? Having a light in here. Because they spend a lot of time in here, and lights would help. So, I guess I probably can't get everything covered with just one light, huh? That's too bad. I'm going to put in a second light. I guess over here is probably the better idea because these guys will spend more time than they'll spend up on those ones. See, look at that. We've got a trade ship too, so that'll get me the silver that I need. And I won't have to worry about them all getting killed by boomrats. So Draconic Rose, you're going to serve one of the better purposes you can serve, and that is doing some trading for us. I don't want to buy any of those dogs, although dogs are fun to have. I'm not going to buy any chocolate, although I'm curious. Nutrition of 0.1, so the and it's not quite as good as insect jelly, but it's cost the same, which is strange. All right, I don't... Wow, you've got a lot of meat for sale. I don't need to buy any of it. I don't need to buy any chem fuel or nitromine. I'm doing just fine on components. I don't need cloth and leather, medicine, or flake. I feel like we're doing pretty good on penoxycycline. We just looked at that not too many traders ago. I mean, I'll sell those shoddy pants. Really? So I guess I'm not going to be able to get enough silver to. That's okay. Watch this. I will figure it out. Miscellaneous orbital trade beacon. We'll put that somewhere in here. Right there. Yang. Come build that orbital trade beacon, please, because we do have, we got to get rid of all that insect meat. I don't mind having an extra trade beacon around. I mean, all it uses to make it is one component and a little bit of steel, so it's worth it. And maybe we'll get a better price from the bulk goods trader. Cameron, are you a good, you're a good trader? I feel like you are. You're good enough as far as I'm concerned. All right, call that bulk goods trader and get rid of that insect meat. Did we not finish it yet? What are you guys too good to buy insect meat or something? No? Cancel? Oh, he just hasn't finished it yet. He must have failed while building it or something. There we go. Now, give it a shot, Cameron. These bulk goods traders are like, why do you keep calling us? You never have anything to sell. There we go. Now we got some money coming in. Beautiful. Look at all that cold, hard cash. Accept. And while you're at it, call our... Everybody's still our friend, right? Except for these tribals that hate us all of a sudden. All right, call up one of these guys. And, Oh, well, where did that silver landed outside that? Did you land it inside the trade beacon? And I know you're gonna say, oh, it's because it's underground. Well, F you, logic. I don't have time for your nonsense. I'll underground you in a minute. There we go. Thank you, Frantic. You're a good guy. All right, Chowns. Why don't you take a turn calling one of these guys to get a merchant over here? Mewhort is upset about something. Probably saw that dead body. All right, trade caravan, exotic goods trader. Okay, disconnect. Thank you. See you in a few. Oh, next you're going to tell me that the screenshot timer went off and I forgot to do anything about it. Well, thanks for reminding me. There we go. Everybody's playing chess and looking at that boxed art. We have a poor sculpture that can just go pretty much anywhere. Those are just good. Those are, well, they're not just good for being outside. They're good for all sorts of purposes. But those are good for being outside or, yeah, actually I prefer to have them just like in somewhere where they're just wandering around. And a normal sculpture, very nice, good job. These guys both have sculptures already. We don't have any in here, do we? Let's put something in there, beautify that room up a little bit. People like having a nice workshop. Jack, thank you Jack for finishing up that mining project. We will finish building this wall here, just like that, and also like that. There you go. Good stuff. Food situation is doing great. We still have way more food than we are using, and even with the additional, why do we keep getting those? Must be boomrat or boomlopes. No, boomrats exploding. Cool. And that must be, they must be starving or something. Yep, starving to death. Come on, you two, Yang, Frantic. Why aren't you guys friends? Was insulted by Yang, Doesn't really tell me anything. Alright, let's maybe get you guys on opposite schedules or something. That would be under the restrict tab. So we have Yang and Frantic. Well, you are kind of already on opposite schedules. You shouldn't be spending too much time together. Yang is on the jerk schedule, huh? I don't think it's because Yang's a jerk. I think it's because Draconic Rose is a jerk. Not the real life one, of course, but this Draconic Rose. Look at that, abrasive and lazy. Come on. And you say you're one of my best doctors? You're like House. Except that I never watched House. Is he lazy? I don't think he's lazy, but I understand he's a jerk, as that's the whole point of the show, right? Oh, look at this rude doctor. Whoever heard of a rude doctor? Oh, wow, that's so wacky. Oh, now all of them are, interesting. So they must be so, they must have like such a crazy metabolism that they can't deal with starvation, and so they die before they wake up or something? I don't know. Oh, tattered apparel? How is that a thing? Why don't we have enough clothing for everybody? Let's focus on getting some of that clothing done. Considering, yeah, like look at this. So we just don't have enough of the high quality things to make clothing. So we'll make some more out of the lower quality stuff. I know that I wanted to start making more cotton, partly because of the abundance of food that we have. All right, I guess I won't do that then. I'll do it. Oh, you can't forbid growing on those things either. Well, we have a lot of medicine too, right? Yeah, plenty of that kind of medicine. No, I guess do I want to set up another grow room? I don't think I really want to do that either. I just want to grow more cotton somehow. I want to grow less food. So I suppose I could stop this corn. It's gonna take a while. But you know, then I should turn that into double strand instead of turning it into more cotton. A lot of boomrats exploding up there. You can see the screen is just constantly shaking with them, all over the place, like fires in the night, because it's nighttime and they're on fire. So it's not really an analogy so much as it is a statement of fact. That's too bad. We missed some of the insect meat when that trader came by. Strange that this would not go through the wall. You're a trade beacon. You know, how come this stuff outside that wall isn't still part of your beaconization? All right, if you insist, game, you've got your own set of rules. I don't have to play by them. Kind of do. So I've opened this up. That'll be nice. We'll be able to do a little better fighting next time they break through our exterior wall. We kind of have the time and material to where we could start building a third exterior wall, which is always kind of fun. We don't really need the security. We're pretty secure as it is. Is there? Well, I don't need to buy any silver either. I was going to or mine any silver. I was going to ask if there was more silver buried anywhere, but it doesn't really matter because we have plenty of silver now to call these exotic goods caravans. Although it doesn't really hurt to dig up any silver that's out there. That jade is really valuable, probably more valuable than silver, come to think of it. But you know what? I don't like sending people out to mine. They've got better things to do. If they're going to do any mining, they should mine this little bit of stuff out over here. Did I unrestrict everybody? Of course not. Why would I do that? There we are. Bulk goods trader, another trade ship bulk goods trader. Weird. Really weird. I don't think they're going to have anything that interests me, but I'll give them a shot. I believe you were one of my pretty good traders, Cameron. So why don't you give them a call? One Land Enterprises. They've got chinchillas, which would be funny. Pigs are a really good animal to have because they do a lot of hauling and they're real good for that. They're real smart. Cats would be fun. I'm not going to do any of those things. I just like pointing it out. Maybe to tease you guys that love animals. Say, hey, why don't you have more animals? Now, it's weird because you have insect meat. It's almost like you have the insect meat that I just sold to a different trading group. It's very strange stuff. But look at this. I can sell some of these beat up clothes. People have switched out. I'm going to hold on to those pants. I'm going to get rid of that hat. So it probably wasn't so much that we didn't have enough clothes. It was probably more that he just happened to be wearing a tattered piece of clothing and hadn't taken it off yet. But we'll make some more anyways. Let's also burn up this body so we don't keep getting that alert every time they walk by it. And another also is let's also move this battery out of the way. I'm gonna move this other one too and set up another backup battery because we just haven't done that, and we probably could use another backup battery. Did I make a copy of it? I thought I did, but it for some reason didn't show up on my cursor. Get that built. Research is coming along pretty good. New lovers. Aw, Draconic Rose and Jack. Oh, you two. It's adorable. Aren't you two the two that are on? No, wait a minute. Isn't Jack the one that Yang got into the big fight with? Let's put Lucky Strike onto a normal schedule. Because if Jack is the one that Yang got into a big fight with, that's not going to be good. Because I'm going to have to move him onto the same... Although I could just move Yang off of that thing, isn't it? Yeah, that is who he got into a fight with. Huh. Alright, well, I guess that means Yang gets to move on to a normal schedule. Jack's a night owl. I guess that means I'm going to move Draconic Rose onto the night owl shift. Which also isn't really a problem, because the main thing is I don't want her on a different shift. The good news is that means I can move Yang back onto the normal shift. I only had him on the different shift so Draconic Rose wouldn't get lonely. And now she's not lonely because she's fallen in love with Jack. With his radar. Stalking the dread moray eel. I'm going to keep making that joke. Even though it's not really a joke, it's more of a reference to an obscure Steely Dan song, but still, I'm going to just keep saying it. Because every time I say that, that's what I think. Our poor camels. We got random people stopping in the comment section telling me that I should not be abusing my animals by shoving them in a corner here. They're like the dog chained in the backyard and left outside, thrown a bowl of food once a day. That's how I treat my poor animals. That's not funny, honestly. But they don't care. They're happy. They have no needs. Literally, they have no needs aside from rest and food. And they can get rest and food with the crappy little area that I've set up for them. They don't have any concern about temperature. let's verify that. Quite certain. I mean, of course they do, technically. But yeah, anything between 5 degrees and 120 degrees, they're just fine. And it doesn't get below 5 degrees here during the winter for the most part. Pretty sure it doesn't at all. So not a concern. But it is starting to get to below freezing. So I might want to do an early harvest on this hay before it freezes away, because I don't think it really has the best durability. How much hay do you get for doing an early harvest? Not that much. Oh, our trader friends are here. I would hate to end this episode without trading, but then again, if I trade with them and before I end the episode, we're going to add like 5 minutes onto it, so I will end this episode without trading, but I will get us set up to do that trading. Again, who's our best warden? It's Hammonds, isn't it? Yep, so Hammonds, come over here and do that trading. And I'm going to say thank you very much for watching today. Just as a reminder, I'll be streaming Rimworld to, I guess that's today for you guys, Saturday, April 8th on, Saturday, April 8th, of course, at 2 p.m. Pacific. That's 5 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. GMT. So check that out at twitch.tv/vanillapcstrategy. I'm sure I'll be doing more streaming, so, you know, check the banner on my YouTube page for details, or just listen to the end of pretty much any upcoming video. If you enjoyed today's video, I hope you'll let me know down in the comments or click the like button. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you here again real soon with the next episode. Bye!